approaches Jesus and he kisses him. Now that's the sign that this is who you seek. That this is who you come for. Now when the soldiers step in to seize Jesus, the disciples want to know, should we smite them with a sword? And Jesus tells them what? No. Now, in the 51st verse, one of the disciples, and his name is Peter, for those of you who are wondering, Peter pulls out the sword and cuts off the soldier's ear. Now I know that you probably think I'm about to go into how Jesus healed his ear and that was a miracle, and that's all good and well. But it's not what I'm going to talk about. Because the revelation God gave me is that the devil thought it was over when they came to get Jesus. When they came to get Jesus. But when Jesus healed the man's ear, he cleaned up the evidence. What Jesus does is he steps in right on time. He don't come in when we're ready for him. He steps in right on time. Jesus stepped in and he put the ear back on the soldier, thus eliminating the evidence that a crime had ever been committed. Because I want to understand now, I want you to picture this. I know when you go to court, and let's just be honest, because I know some of us have been to court, here myself included. I know you know what happens when you go to court. When you go into the courtroom, you have the judge, you have the prosecutor, and you have yourself, the one on trial. Now I want you to picture this. Now, when you go into a trial, you have to have what to be prosecuted, to go to jail? You have to have evidence. Now, I looked up the word evidence in the Webster's dictionary. Webster's defines evidence as the data on which a conclusion is made, something that indicates the documentary or verbal statements of material objects admissible in a court of law. So to be convicted of a crime, you have to have evidence of a crime. Now, to understand that without the evidence, there's no proof that the crime was committed. Now, whatever Jesus, what I want you to understand is when you go into the courtroom, Jesus is the judge. The devil is the prosecutor. Come on. Now, what he's doing is the devil is trying to bring up something to remind God, well,